Are we ready? I'll call the meeting to order. And I think before we'll have roll call, we'll observe a moment of silence in memory of Pam Smiley. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ray Karen.
Here.
Ken Fletcher.
Here.
Jerry Kirian.
Here.
Steve Russell.
Yes.
Ben Twitchell.
Here.
Jeff West.
Yes.
Trish West.
Here.
Pledge of allegiance.
Like allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Entertain a motion to approve the
So
minutes.
move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Is there any discussion or additions, corrections? If not, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Approve, same sign. Communications. Begin with a public comment. Anybody from the town of Winslow who would like to get up to the microphone and speak, are welcome to it.
And just Roger Cross and his son Josh are here for obviously the communication portion of his life certificate and for a merit badge. So he's here to observe us. They came over a couple nights ago. I gave them the agenda. So any questions after reading all that information that you have, please feel free to comment. And thank you for your for going up to the Boy Scouts and making a difference. So
Thank you. Any other comments? If not, we'll move on to reports of committees and commissions, and we'll begin with the town manager's report.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the only thing in my report that I'd like to go over would be our general codes, editorial and legal analysis. I've put together, as you know, a binder for you folks, and I've also put together a red notebook which contains portions of our codes that are referenced in the analysis. And so what I'm hoping is that we could perhaps come up with a date for a council workshop where we can begin the process of going through this systematically. So I'm looking at potentially the week of October 22nd. And the 22nd would be Monday. Perhaps even that Monday, the 22nd. Does that work for everybody?
I'm going to be in Boston.
Okay.
no problem with me.
The whole week?
Sunday and Monday, come back late Monday. Come back Monday night.
So we
About
could-
Wednesday.
Wednesday, the 24th?
Yep.
Does that work for everybody?
I think so.
And time? Want to start earlier at 6 or?
That works for me.
Yeah.
Fine.
Then we'll be home by midnight.
You hope.
Okay,
And that's for what, doing the codes?
yes. Start that process.
And you wanted that at 6, is that correct?
Yes, 6 p.m. I'll send out an email.
Yeah.
And that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for the town manager?
Yep.
Go ahead.
One of the questions that I have is, how's everything going on general construction project? Hollowell, Halifax, and the section between the railroad and Titanic Bridge. Where are we?
Well-
Probably want Paul to.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if Paul had referenced much of that in his report. I think right now the Halifax crossing, Cedar Brook portion is probably the most problematic project we have right now. I think we've fallen behind. We're not where we would like to be. But I know Paul's been working with the contractor in an effort to kind of move that along. We do anticipate we'll at least get that paved, even if it's temporary, get that paved for the winter. Obviously, we've got to have it in a condition where we can plow. So I think right now we're pretty confident we'll at least get to that point. But as far as any further progress down towards the river, for example, things are going much slower than we would like.
How about on Hollowell?
Paul, I don't know if you want to comment about Hollowell.
I don't know, we're probably a couple weeks away from paving on Hollowell, I guess. They got most of the piping done. Working on storm drains right now, and as soon as they get caught up, they're gonna start doing the box cut and put fresh gravel in, so. I'm pretty confident we'll get it paved by the end of October, so. And that'll just be the base coat again, we'll let things settle for the winter. Down by the bridge, everything is done other than paving and resetting the curbing and paving the sidewalk, all the pipes in.
How about Clinton Avenue?
Clinton Avenue, we're planning on paving sidewalks Friday if the weather holds. They've already done all the base coat. With a little bit of luck, they'll be out of there probably in the next week. Once they get the sidewalks all paved, it's just a matter of bringing the manholes up and putting surface on, so that's gonna be temperature dependent next week. If, get be somewhat warm enough to pave, but that'll go quick. I mean, it's half a day's paving.
I believe we have state and federal funds on that, right?
Just state money. It's an MPI.
Yeah, I know that the last,
But it's not a state job, so we're really not tied in with the state paving deadlines.
okay. That's what I was wondering.
This is basically, here's half the project, send us a bill when you're done. Just guarantees it's gonna last 10 years. That's really all the state wants to know. They're not involved more than that, so. I mean, obviously, we're trying to do it as well as we can, but we've got a little bit of leeway to get it paved. So it's that time of the year where everybody is crunching and trying to squeeze in projects, and they're here half a day and they're on the trailer and they're headed to another job, and the weather, you get a half day of rain that throws everybody behind, and it's just we're the time of the year, so we're dealing with it. Doesn't dry, the days are shorter and colder. We'll get it done.
How about the pumps, on the Cedar Brook, the pumps? You've still got one set, looks like?
There's still one set that's on Hollowell, because right now that sewer main has been taken out of service because they had to go through it with the large storm drain. All the other pumps have been dismantled and everything's running free. So it's a step in the right direction. Today they connected the water main back where they had taken the water main out to get by with the big storm drain. So, they're not wasting time. It's stuff that's got to get done. They're working on the storm drainage on that side of the road. They're waiting for a large trench box to come in tomorrow to put the large structure in. And what happens when you get below 20 feet deep, it's got to be engineered. What he's got isn't certified to go that deep, so they got to wait to get the right equipment because it's a big liability.
So you anticipate the pump to be gone by maybe?
I'm going to guess middle of next week. Once they get this large structure in, get the last piece of pipe, and then reconnect the sewer line.
So Halifax right now is not passable,
Correct.
and it's not gonna be passable until we get the paving on?
Correct. So we've probably got another, we had given them 3 weeks to shut the road. Looks like we're gonna go to 4, but it's not a whole lot we can
That's been
do.
down now for what, 3?
2 full weeks. It's one of those things we can wish that it gets done faster, but what do you do at this point? I mean, we can't whip them with a whip. I mean, we're hoping we try and encourage them, and they're gonna lose a day this week, Thursday. They're announcing rain, so they may not get a whole lot done like everybody else, Plus they're working on that large storm drain. The minute it rains, they get 3 feet of water in that pipe because of how big it drains, so. It's been a challenge for them. I don't think they'll do another one.
You don't need to have another water main break.
No, it wasn't a break, it was just,
Disconnect.
it was an oops. They did something they shouldn't have done, and they paid the price. But as far as I know, everything's been reconnected. Kennebec Water is happy with what they've done, so if they're happy, we're happy.
All set?
Oh, yeah.
Any other for the department reports or the finance committee report? Any questions? Financial report? Go ahead.
School department. Just like to take a moment, talk about a couple of different things. I could report on a lot of great things that are happening, but 2 things in particular I'd just like to comment on. As you know, we had a terrible situation about a week and a half ago involving the disappearance of a parent. It was very difficult because nobody really knew what was going on with that particular situation, and as you know, it didn't turn out in the positive. The significant impact for us in that particular situation is that we had children in each of the schools that were somehow associated with the parent. This is a great example of schools coming together, police department coming together, and working together in order to provide the support that was needed for the students, the family members, the teachers. A lot of times you have these situations where it hits home because something else has happened in their families. They're dealing with it, still trying to take care of the kids in their classroom. I thought you might like to know that your schools did an outstanding job. The teachers did a great job. The administrators did a great job. We had the crisis teams. I was working with the police on Sunday, trying to reach bus drivers to find out who the last person was that saw this parent. So it truly was a community effort, and you have a lot to be proud of with how things were handled. The other thing that I want to mention is you may have heard about this Volkswagen settlement that's out there, and it has to do with emissions. We originally had thought that the only people who could apply to be a part of the settlement were those who ran Volkswagen engines in their vehicles. But because of the extensiveness of the environmental impact on this particular claim, we've learned that if you have a bus that is 2009 or older and you're running a diesel engine, that you can actually apply to be a part of this claim.
We have a lot of them.
You do. It was a 12-page application. We filled it out. What happens for us is Volkswagen, will pay 80% of the cost of a bus if we are selected. We pay 20%. So as you may or may not know, this year we have a bus in the budget. If we were to be awarded this, and I think we'll find out by the end of November, that 20% that we have budgeted right now just to pay for the interest and principal would be the 20% Volkswagen would require. They would pay the 80, we'd get a bus, and we would get rid of 4 years of principal and interest payments. Keeping our fingers crossed that that happens, but we're making efforts such as those to do everything we can to help with the situation that we're in. Just wanted to share that.
So,
Thank you. You have any questions?
Yep. What happens to the money that was budgeted for that bus?
The 20%, the money that was budgeted, we had about 22,000 in there right now. They'll take about 19.9 of that for their 20%.
Okay.
So whatever little we have left will certainly go towards something, I'm sure.
Thank you. Any other questions? We all set? I'll entertain a motion to accept all reports.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? If not, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Pose same sign. Okay, I want to take one of the resolutions out of order. We'll take resolution number 28, 2018. Do that first. Okay, thank you. Resolution 28, 2018, a resolution providing for recognition of Winslow Fire Chief Joseph Rocky Gravel's commitment to improving and strengthening workplace safety and health for all of the town's municipal employees. Be it resolved by Town Council of the Town of Winslow as follows. Whereas, as Chair of the Municipal Employee Safety Committee, Captain Gravel made it a personal goal to strive to attain the Safety and Health Award for public employees, known as SHAPE, administered by the Maine Department of Labor. And whereas the SHAPE Award is only given to exemplary public sector employers after a thorough review and inspection of the employer's safety and health policies, and the employer corrects all deficiencies that were identified during the review. And whereas, because of Captain Gravel's leadership and commitment to the workplace safety and the health of the town of Winslow earned the SHAPE Award in May 2018. Now therefore be resolved by Town Council, Town of Winslow, that Winslow Fire Captain Joseph Rocky Gravel is hereby recognized for his commitment to improving and strengthening the workplace safety and health for all of the town's municipal employees. And be it further resolved, their certificate suitable for framing be presented to Winslow Fire Captain Joseph Gravel for his great achievement.
So moved.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Yes.
If I might say, if I might be so bold as to say with Mr. Gravel, I've worked with Mr. Gravel for, I think, the last 40 years on and off, at least. And his professionalism, his dedication to the town of Winslow, the behind the scenes that goes on with Mr. Gravel has been exemplary over the years. It's just a privilege to have him part of the Winslow family, and it's a privilege to call him a friend over all these years. And thank you very much for all you've done for myself, my family, and everybody in the town of Winslow, Mr. Gravel. It's
Means a lot to me,
Yeah.
definitely, for sure. Couldn't have done it without the department heads and the support of the town manager. We have a great team here. Everybody strives for the same goal. We're very fortunate in this town, I think, to have what we have, so never take it for granted, for sure.
Yeah, I guess we better vote. Is that a roll call?
No, motion is second.
Okay, what's been moved and seconded? All in favor, please raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously.
And I do have a certificate, good for framing. If I could grab a quick picture of you two.
Can we do this when I'm
Hey, you got the
when I'm not
perfect
stressed out?
shirt on.
You think it's all right?
Perfect shirt.
Where do you want it? Where do you want
Yeah,
it?
let me get out in front.
All right.
Yep.
Behind.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't know if I took a picture or not.
Thank you, Rocky.
Thank you.
I'll bring you some cookies
Thank you
this
very
week.
much. Tanya, thank you. Couldn't know without you. Tanya is
Keep up
very
the good
instrumental.
work.
Secretary?
She is
I
an
am
awesome
the
girl.
secretary.
Thank you, Trish. Appreciate it.
Now we will continue on with new business, and we'll go to ordinance number 5, 2018. An ordinance providing for amendment to Chapter 13, Article 3, Section 13-17A, no truck traffic of the Winslow Town Code by adding Belanger Street to the list of streets. Be it ordained by Town Council, Town of Winslow as follows. Whereas the allowance for truck traffic on Belanger Street has raised serious and immediate concerns. Now, therefore, be it ordained by Town Council, Town of Winslow, Maine, that Chapter 13, Article 3, Section 13-17A, no truck traffic of the Winslow Town Code be amended to include Belanger Street.
So move.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Yes, Ben?
No, I got a few calls on this, that's why I put this in. There are, once we made it no truck traffic on Payne, they decided, well, okay, we're gonna use Belanger to get down from the China Road down onto Fishman Road. And so I've had a few calls on that. You know, that's the only other road that really shoots down through there, so that's what we're doing. Just wanted to explain why I had it put in. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Yes.
Ben, why are the trucks going down there for? There was a reason I remember at the last, where we talked about when we did Payne Street.
Well, they're going all the way down to the from the China Road down through the Route 201. They didn't have to go down through the lights or anything. They shoot right straight down through. All right. I don't understand why they're not going down the China Road or going out to Route 3 like they're supposed to. But once we put the signs up for Payne, they decided to use Belanger. So I get some complaints from the people on Belanger.
Any further questions, discussion? If not, we'll have a roll call vote.
Ken Fletcher,
Yes.
Ray Karen,
Yes.
Jeff West,
No.
Jerry Carrion,
Yes.
Ben Twitcher,
Yes.
Trish West,
Yes.
Steve Russell.
Yes. Resolution 26, 2018, providing for co-location.
Yeah, one question. Do we need a public hearing on this? Second reading?
Yes.
Yep. Okay,
Resolution 26, 2018, providing for pole location permit on the Norwell Road by Central Maine Power Company and Fairpoint, New England. What is your pleasure?
so move.
Moved, is there a second?
Second.
Moved and second, any discussion?
Yes. Question. I see we got a resolution, and the resolution doesn't show the actual application. And I don't believe this has been reviewed out in the field by someone from the town. So if I was CMP, I could bring that pole in by 6-7 feet. I don't know if it's acceptable to Public Works at the location of the pole.
Yeah, I don't know, historically, I don't think Public Works has ever gone out to pick up.
They've always stuck them pretty close to the right of way as much as they can, I mean, in line with all the other poles, and we never checked where they mark them, the only time we check them is with DC.
The other thing is, I noticed in a resolution that we have a pole number. Since I did permits for DOT for many years, 46 years exactly, we learned that if you use pole numbers, not a good thing, because they can be CMP or whatever utility company can change those. And these become actually a legal document. It's almost like a deed, except it ain't a deed. And we gotta keep these forever.
So, what, Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead.
So what would you propose instead of a pole number?
I would use a street or a road intersection. And, well, I got one right here. It's the Shorey Road, which has an inventory number of 440. And this would be southwest of the intersection of Shorey Road, about 595 feet from the Shorey Road.
Well, let me ask you, if that page was attached to the resolution for historical reference, would that suffice?
Yeah,
Okay. I'll just make a note to do that.
yep.
Any further discussion?
And any other pay, any other permit that comes in, I'm all set with mine.
Any further discussion? If not, we'll have a, is that a roll call vote, please?
Nope.
No, that's show of hands. If there's all in favor, please raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Passes unanimous. We will move on to Resolution 27, 2018. Resolution providing for authorization of the town manager to sign a mortgage for the second and final payment of the land purchase authorized by Order 16, 2018 to be made in January 2019. Be resolved by Town Council, Town of Winslow as follows, whereas the Town Council authorized the town manager to purchase 63 Halifax Street with Order number 16, 2018, and whereas the seller, Rick Biggio, has requested that the town make 2 payments, with the second payment being made in January of 2019 with no accumulation of interest. Now, therefore, be resolved, Town Council, Town of Winslow, that the town manager is hereby authorized to sign a mortgage for the second and final payment of the land purchase authorized by Order number 16, 2018 to be made in January of 2019 with no accumulation of interest.
So move.
Second. Moved and second, open for discussion.
If I may. So, Mr. Vigil asked if the town would be willing to pay him in 2 payments, one now and then one after the first of the year.
We didn't have to pay taxes on the whole.
So, of course, I said, sure. But then when we got to do the paperwork, the attorney said, well, you know, you're not authorized to sign a mortgage, and in order to make the second payment, we need to create this mortgage. So he was willing to pay for all the paperwork and the attorney fees to do that. So that's why I'm here tonight, just getting permission to do the mortgage so we can.
And we're paying cash anyway, correct?
Yes,
But this is just a formality then, the mortgage.
correct.
Right. Any further discussion? If not, we'll have a roll call vote.
No.
No?
All in favor? The resolution.
Resolution, I'm sorry, okay. All in favor, please raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign, passes unanimously. That concludes that part of the agenda, and we're on to discussion items. Is there anything anybody would like to discuss and bring up for discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, please raise your right hand.
That was a.
Is this a record?